Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Greedfall. Excuse me. Last episode, we finally made our way over here to speak with the guy who's over here, Captain Vasco. There he is, name right up the top there, good. And we got a couple quests that we need to take care of. We need to do something for our companion, which involves altering the ship's log for the harbor master and clearing out the guards in the warehouse. We need to investigate a smuggler about heretics in the prison here, and we need to see if we can find anything about the Naut's novice. Naut novice. Let's start with the Naut novice over here, before we try and do any sneaking. Seems like we can investigate here.
Smuggler is filthy, but perhaps we'll discover some useful information.
Maybe. Let's see. Flavia. Okay.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
Any information will help. Ask about the cabin boy. When was the last time you saw him?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
What about his habitual comings and goings?
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Fair enough. What about his friends?
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
And any enemies? Probably not.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
Tell me about Captain Vasco.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
Alright,
I need
thank
to be
you.
going. Farewell.
So we have a hint. Possible that thugs carried him off to the canal, even though she thinks it was just in her head. Alright, this must be the other guy. Lauro.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 death winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
First tell me about Captain
What do you
Vasco.
think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man, who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Alright, now about the cabin boy. What do you know?
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. but my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were, and I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
What about the cabin boy's state of mind?
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night you disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
And what about the kidnappers?
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mess too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Alright.
Thank you,
Well,
Lara.
we have...
I need to be going.
We have a direction.
Story this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Indeed. Let me put that on the tracker. Just go right to the tavern. Then we can go there to try and find Constantine, even though we kind of already know where he is. My guess is that he owed these guys some money. That or he got pulled in. Oh, in Greedfall, a quest can be completed in several different ways. Desardet has more than one string to his bow. Cunning, persuasion, intuition, corruption, creating items from the crafting table will be some of the means available to you to reach your goals. To improve in these areas, spend points in the corresponding talent tree or wear equipment that offers bonuses. Threats and combat are also options when your enemies are not receptive to your talents. Fair enough.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
Let's start by asking about the cabin boy. Ask him about the kidnapping.
I'm looking for a Naut, a young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Okay, what about the eventual witnesses?
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
Alright, let me ask you about Constantine while I'm here.
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the damages.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age, hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes, quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight.
Oh,
I
great.
hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
I have a feeling I probably won't be able to, but don't pay now. Let's see what we can do.
That's not
We
a
need
small
2 metal
sum.
dowels.
I need to think about my options.
Oh, the
I know where I
father
can
has
buy a
forgotten
couple.
to give his son his allowance, it would seem.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Okay, first things first. You.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
Alright, asked about the cabin boy.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember.
Probably owed
And he
money.
must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
My guess is he probably owed money, and that's what the kidnappers got involved with. What happened during the
Tell me
evening?
what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong-arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Any more info on the rich man?
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man.
Oh,
It
good.
was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
We've seen his
Where can I
name
find
around.
it? He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
I can still make some guesses. Alright, let's see here.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
I could repair this if I had some
Okay,
metal
I think I need a total of 4, and I have 2. Well, I can repair them. I can build a couple here, I believe. Yeah, let's craft a couple. 1, 2, confirm. There. That should be enough.
And there you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken.
Perfect.
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Yes, just like new. Or nearly.
That does indeed look like fine work. You know what you're doing.
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can find my cousin now?
Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case,
Noted.
if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Indeed.
Oh,
Something to
dear.
keep in mind.
Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow. Who could down his pint. Anything else?
No, that's all.
I need
Thank
to be
you.
off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Now then. Back to... Oh, hold on. What's this over here? A bunch of money I can take? Yep, a bunch of gold coins. Sure. Right. But before we do that, we are going to go up and go see the Fontaines. Little run, but we can get there. Ah, random spawn-ins. Here we are. Let's see if we can find the cabin boy.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Thank you. Now, if you don't mind, I'll go up and speak with her.
I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me,
Pardon?
but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
Oh. Speak about the altercation.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
Why would the Nauts have taken your son?
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Something to investigate, though. I'm guessing what may have actually happened was he ran away from home and didn't want to come back. Did you just literally jump off the ledge? But I'm guessing he ran away from home and his family just wanted him back. And he didn't want to return back, hence the fight. That's my guess. Let me guess. We're going all the way down to Captain Vasco again. Out of the way, please. Thank you. Let's see what Vasco has to say about this.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Yes,
Have
yes,
no
I
fear.
know.
I will bring him back in time to make our ship.
I'm still without news of my...
Let's see. Inquire on Madame Fontaine.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nauts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Naut. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Okay.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
We'll go speak with him. Maybe he has some information.
But I still don't see Constantine at your side.
Don't worry.
I certainly hope so.
Asked about the contract between the Nauts and the Fontaines.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nauts.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, Desade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nauts. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nauts?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Oh dear.
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nauts as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father
This is a
selling
tough
his
one.
own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use.
Oh, what the?
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
You're going to have to wait. We need to find a way to clear the access to the warehouse.
Ah, pardon me. Ignore me here. Just passing through. Up here? No. So if she didn't know about that detail, that her husband sold his son for this, oh boy. This whole thing just got a lot more complicated than I expected. Well, let's speak with her. Out of the way, please. Stop getting caught on things. Here you are.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
Threaten her? Oh, jeez.
Come on now, stop lying. Jonas was taken away by force against his will by armed men.
That is not true. Completely false. He...
Enough! With every word, you are a step closer to a prison cell.
Jeez.
But what would be the charges?
Kidnapping. Whether Jonas is your son or not, he is a Naut that you kidnapped and locked up. In the eyes of the prince, you have committed a crime that puts the interests of the congregation at great risk.
I beg of you, Your Excellency. Have mercy on a poor mother who is looking only to recover her child. We didn't kidnap our own son. And if you need to speak with him to be convinced, please do. He's in our warehouse, near the Coin Guard Plaza, next to the canal. I am certain that once you have heard his account, you will see the tragedy in our predicament and help us.
I regret threatening that woman.
You didn't have a choice. She was lying, and we need to find that boy.
And now people are upset with us. Not quite what I wanted. But okay, let's go to the warehouse. It's over to the west. There it is. Hopefully we have enough time to solve this before ending the episode. I think we will. Fire's still burning. There's the entrance. I mean, there's a second entrance too, but we'll deal with this one.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Indeed. We'll try and do what we can.
So Desade,
What are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Nauts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Nauts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine?
We'll attempt to reason with him.
You've taken your son against his will and have him locked up like merchandise in a warehouse. Is that what you call being a good father?
If I hadn't taken him back, he would have been hauled off on one of the cursed ships.
If that's what he wants, then why would you want to stop him?
For his mother. She misses him so. But in the end, you may be right. My boy has changed. He hasn't spoken a word to me since we've been in this precarious predicament. Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Nauts.
That
All
was
children leave the nest one day or another, sir.
shockingly easy.
Farewell.
Shockingly easy. Okay, we just go around this way. Is there anything in here? Oh no, that's just another way out. Right, this way. Wait, really? I could destroy it? No, I don't need to.
Locked.
Oh, Q. Okay.
Who are you?
My name is de Sardet. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that.
True
My
enough.
family is the Nauts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
And so that's done. Really? There's another one here? Oh, look at that! A chest we can loot. But I don't have a lockpicking. But I don't have lockpicking skill. If only I had some lockpicking skill. I need to get some at some point in the future. And you know what? For the sake of it...
It's not possible.
Oh wait, I don't have size. Alright, let's get out of here. And report in that we accomplished our goal. Then we'll probably end the episode. Okay, where are we? Right. No, I don't need to buy anything from you, or sell anything to you. Not at the moment, anyway. At least we'll have a side quest completed, and the Nauts will be happy. Which is good, because we're probably about to make them upset.
So, you still haven't found your cousin?
Yes, yes.
Have no fear. I will bring...
Mike.
You do.
Oh.
It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Alright. Hey, the Nauts
back
like
soon,
me.
Captain.
Nice. And we leveled up. Also, very nice. What can we do? We got one more point here. On unarmored enemies, it's increased. Yeah, sure, let's give a bonus there. Though I kind of want to save a bit more for the sake of these things. I don't care about the firearms much. I don't know how often I'm going to use them. Actually, the heavy weapons probably is a good thing to have. One heavy, one light, probably not a bad idea. Either way, let's go with sharp steel. Cruel steel. Yes. And the kick on balance is more, which I don't care much for. Still don't have anything here, and I don't know when I get them. Kind of annoying. Magnificent feather. Feather taken from the body of a creature. Will that have any purpose? I don't know. Either way, I am going to say we're going to end this episode here. Next episode, we got to deal with a couple things over in Naut territory. Fortunately, I think I have something that'll make it easier to go through. But that'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I'm Chester44. That is Desarde and Kurt. This has been a Let's Play of Greedfall. And I shall see you all next time.